Today is July 6th, and the Yankees complete the sweep, the series sweep of the Mets. Let's go, Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talking Yanks. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD in the corner. Hope everyone had a great 4th of July weekend. Sorry to all the Mets fans out there that didn't have a great July 4th weekend. Yankees win game 1, win game 2, win game 3. And Soto plays the series this time, so Mets fans can't use that. Oh, he was gone. He was gone.
Right.
Done. Get the job done. Jake, how you doing?
James, Davis, everyone tuning in. Hope you had a fantastic 4th of July. Nice weekend, good weather this weekend. Hope everyone enjoyed it. And I mean, hey, what's better than a good 4th of July sweep of the Metropolitans?
Especially ending it on a shutout from heel is like today was just an easy watch.
It's the kind of game you want. Sunday afternoon, 4th of July, you're kind of coming down still. You got the scaries a little bit. Heel comes and does that, which he needed, you know.
And Goldie to finally have like a big one. Like I not only contributed to one game, but all three I got involved.
He keeps kind of doing this though. I don't want to start off on this foot, but he kind of keeps doing like the just enough. And it's like, it'd be a heck of a July for Paulie G to go nuts.
I like the homer today.
Yeah.
I can bank on that.
What did you like about it?
Just solid contact.
Right. Middle of the bat, it seemed like.
First pitch and gone off the bat, which you said.
Right.
You said.
Clean.
Back in January when we got him, you said, this is a guy who hits home runs and you know they're gone.
Where'd it land?
Deep. Right field.
Yes.
Yeah. It was gone before the renovations.
Right.
Like that ball was out.
You say it was gone before the renovations?
Remember how deep it used to be?
Right.
The Mets, and then it
Right.
came in and in and in. Well, even before they renovated
the
that.
stadium renovations. I didn't know if you were talking about something else.
No.
Okay.
It would have been gone at the first iteration of Citi Field.
Mm.
Good to see an opposite
Wow.
shot.
Yeah. Wow. What's the what housekeeping do we need to do for the people? I'll let you.
I mean,
Wells is still out.
it's been a decent year for housekeeping. Like, yeah, Wells is still out, but we have his timetable and we know his timetable, so that's pretty much what it is. They say Brubaker's going to return, or make his first appearance, I should say. And I don't foresee. I don't know. That's not housekeeping. I'm like keeping a track of.
Yeah.
And Loaizaga as well. Again, a guy that like I think he's going to come back. It was just a small thing, but they said he's starting to think about throwing.
All these non-updates.
When they said starting to think about throwing,
I mean, you heard Meredith say it kind of with like a what the fuck.
it was a little wry.
I have to report this because that's what they're saying, but I don't.
Right.
I don't want to. I can't stand in the snowstorm and say it's raining, but that's what she has to do.
When I say it's a little wry, is that WRY?
Rye, like a wry smile.
Yeah.
That would be
WRY.
Yeah. Okay.
The Yankees got some W's.
Sure did.
Using or expressing dry, especially mocking humor.
And I think the other thing, we're here chipper. The Yankees sweep the Mets. Obviously, we're going to be in good spirits. But, what happened last series against the Mets and the year before that, the Mets had kind of like had our number a little bit. So I'm glad we can just kind of bury the hatchet on this.
6-0.
Right.
Let's burn game
And
one.
Bronx East was pretty loud, huh?
I don't know. I had muted the whole series.
You had it muted the whole series.
Whole series.
But you
It's
heard
4th of
Meredith's
July-
report?
4th of July weekend. I saw that on Twitter.
Right. That's right. Well, hey, hold on now. Why don't we kick it to this? It's a new year, and we're all about setting goals and actually hitting them this year. And that's why I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, HUEL, spelled HUEL, the global complete nutrition brand trusted by millions. HUEL is a perfectly balanced meal designed by experts to provide all the nutrients your body needs from a meal. HUEL takes the guesswork out of healthy eating. They're convenient and taste so good. HUEL shakes actually taste like a milkshake, and they come in chocolate or vanilla. I like the black edition, ready to drink, because it's got 35 grams of protein plus 27 vitamins and minerals, all in one handy bottle. So join the community of Hooligans with this exclusive offer for new customers, 15% off plus a free gift with code YANKS at HUEL.com. 15% plus a free gift for new customers with the code YANKS at HUEL.com. Start your year off strong. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with HUEL. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Welcome to Flushings as the Yanks go to face the crosstown rival Mets. Cole World, Garrett Cole, against the guy that used to end games for him. It's Clay Holmes on the bump against his former mates, and he can't make it out of the first. Get in my belly! Cody goes big fly to right. It's 2-0 Yanks. I like gold! Goldie joins them in the cheap seats. What an inning from the Yanks. 0.2 from Clay. But the game rolled on. Cole was not his sharpest today. You knew Juan wanted one. Soto goes deep fly. Lindor goes deep fly. Cole with a he line. 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. He actually leaves with a tie on the scoreboard, but the Yanks open it up late. Goldie does it again. Golding. RBI single. That puts the Yankees up. Shut the door! That was a book I read in middle school that none of you get that reference. But Devin Williams, the last of the Airbender, gets it done as Dreamweaver sets him up. Yankees take game 1, 5-4 final.
I totally forgot about our old closer through the first pitch of the game and our current closer through the last pitch of the game. That was a fun little Twitter storyline for a little bit.
Yeah, it was, from the way the game started. I mean, again, everything we're saying, 4th of July, fireworks, and there were in that first inning. And it's, kind of put the game on mute, go put on audio on Twitter. And then, there's that one moment where you're looking around in the 6th inning, you're like, wait, this is a tie game? I thought we already won this game. But yeah, it's been the story of the Yankee season. Weaver to Williams. I mean,
we will
rock you.
We will end this game.
It's kind of been the story of the Yankee season. If they have a lead, those guys are closing the door. And again, I think we're starting to get to the point where we underappreciate. Like, we should have been nervous these last 2 innings. Instead, we're eating sneeze burgers, getting ready for the fireworks show.
I was nervous when Bellinger got hit by a pitch at the end.
Yeah.
I was pretty pissed at Reed Garrett for that.
But you know what?
That was cool at all.
There was that moment of like, oh, God, we're playing 3 with the Mets. The Soto nonsense. Is this going to become something? And then, it's credit to Lindor. It's where that smile pays off, that everyone's just looking around like, okay, let's get out of here. Let's go enjoy time with our families. We don't need to do this.
3 times on base for Cody. No strikeouts. That's a good way to start the series.
What do you think? I mean, I know we've done this a lot, but how do you think Cody's year has been?
I want him to get more comfortable at the stadium. Obviously, I think everyone kind of wants those things to come around, but when he's on the road in ballparks he's played in before, he seems to be a little more comfortable. He's been a National League guy for a while. So as long as he, keeps doing this on the road, I think the stadium swing will come, an atmosphere. But the defense is great, so what do I care? Yeah.
No, I mean, he's as advertised. It's slightly positive offensively. It feels like he's trending up. And yeah, that swing in the first. I mean, Clay, we've seen it enough. Like, he couldn't find his sinker, so he just starts banging that slider, and Cody leaned into one.
It was an interesting thing watching Clay start.
Now, do you think Cody's dad is named Clay?
Yes. I do think that because I know it to be true.
And the starting pitcher's name is Clay.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he started the game.
Yes.
I don't know if he's starting pitcher Clay Holmes yet.
Well, I mean, the Mets, they've got Peterson and Manaea coming off the IL soon.
Uh-huh.
So I think you might see Clay start to transition.
Yeah. No, he started the game. MLB pitcher Clay Holmes started the game.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Boone decisions here. Nothing. Let Garrett go. He was at 103 pitches. And they did get, you said, they did pop some on him.
Yeah.
My scorecard said 0 homers, but it sounded like 2 got out.
Yeah, I checked that again.
Okay. And then obviously whenever you can go, we will.
Yeah.
We're happy. Cole and we will is a good way to go about the game.
Do you... No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Because then Joe's is going to think about Mariano and stuff like that. Like, Williams, keep doing your thing.
You like Soto shuffling Cole? Or is that an award?
Oh, I mean, he had to. An award for who?
Cole, for kind of being able to, he just smiled. Like a Cole of 2021, 2022.
He gave a little...
I mean, Cole in the World Series. They did it in the World Series, I don't think.
Cole gave him a little wiggle back.
Like a little, it was almost pre-shuffle.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do your thing, silly guy.
I'd call it a pre-shuffle.
Okay. Let's go to game 2. I don't want to step on any more words.
Yeah, we're going to game 2?
Yep.
I don't want to step on any words either. Game 2, July 4th weekend, the home of the freed, as Max takes the pill for the Yankees. And be careful which block you pull against. Senga as the Yankees try to take down Cody. Game 2. The Yankees, they push another run across in the first. The Martian Dominguez scores his first time leading off on the season, and it pays off in the first inning, and he stole a bag. 1 of 2 in this game. Freed, he was laborious. 5.1 innings, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, another 100-pitch outing for a Yankee starter, but he hands it to the Hammy, with 2 clean innings of Yankees baseball out of the bullpen. And the Yankees, they push across the insurance run late. Who would have thought? It's DJ 26 with another one. DJ pushes it across. They go to Devin Williams again after Hammy. And don't mind a little Tim Hill in between. Yankees take game 2, 3-2 final.
Wow.
Right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. I just want to check the box score.
That's right. Freed's, I don't think he's getting an award here either way or anything. So I think it's a little okay to chew on this a bit.
Why don't you chew on this?
I didn't know he had that ability to kind of bend on purpose. Like 3 walks, 4 hits.
Yes.
Doesn't get out of the 6th inning.
Well, it was the leadoff hitter in every inning. 4 out of the 5 innings, leadoff hitter.
And then it almost felt like
Even
the
6.
walk became his ally. Like he wanted to just get me to the stretch. I'm going to feel comfortable here. Double plays help him out, but still he doesn't get out of the 6th inning. 103 pitches, same amount that Cole threw in game 1, which I thought would come into play game 3, but well, I won't jump ahead.
Well, and it was kind of cool. He had his curveball, so he was targeting the lefties, which, he was basically calling out Soto. And Soto, I don't know if he wasn't seeing him or if there was glare in his sunbows, but Fried was just mowing him down with ease.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole thing's weird. I know I don't want to I don't want.
What whole thing's weird?
I don't want the clips and the comments to become about Soto versus the Yanks.
Right.
So Maybe at the end with awards, but
Maybe at the end with the award.
so Martian leading off is the other big storyline,
Right.
obviously, and that could be something we talk about. Pause.
So that lineup drops,
Yeah,
and you see Martian hitting leadoff, and you've been banging the table.
yeah.
You've been in our Boone interviews, you've been kind of yanking his chain pretty good because you think Dominguez should be leading off.
Well, I think it's something they have wanted to do. I think it's a little early for the young kid,
Sure.
but with a lefty on the bump, the ability to go righty Dominguez, who's shown a great eye this year,
Right.
then Cody 2 and Judge 3, where Judge was last year and he really liked being, to have that righty leadoff because we haven't, when a righty's on the bump, we have the lefty, then Judge, and then Cody. But maybe I knew they wanted to do it. I'm not totally against it, but I like what Dominguez has done of late. It's not like no one's like banging on the door. And then he does steal in front of Cody in this game twice, which I thought, because last year it was like, hey, no need to steal.
Right.
You have Soto and Judge behind you. But with Cody batting 2, there's a little more like he's a bat to ball guy.
Right.
So that steal, you can score on a single now. And it's not, before it was Glaber, you're not that fast and they're going to hit homers anyway. So now I kind of like the diversification of the offense in the 1-2, and then you get the bangers.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, it's been a topic since the offseason. Who's going to take the leadoff spot.
That's all we talked about in winter. We don't have a leadoff guy.
We saw the ups and downs from Volpe. So, yeah, the fact that they do it, he has a solid game, and I it's just this thing for me with the Yankees that we do constantly. It's like, don't make it a thing. Like, okay, Dominguez has led off. If you think there's a matchup where maybe he could be the leadoff guy, give it a shot, It paid off today. I know the next game not as much, but it's 2-game sample. What are we doing?
Well, no, the next game he went back because they faced a righty.
That's right. Because it was kind of like I was saying what was happening, and then you were just, nope.
Yeah.
That's
No.
kind of what it was.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no way.
Right.
You just misremembered everything.
Yeah. It's big weekend.
It's 4th of July. Hamilton with 2 innings. That's what he needs to do. I'm surprised he's lasted this long into the season. Hasn't gone on the IL yet. I love it.
Yeah.
But at one point, I'm like, do we need to hold back? Like, it's a big first half from Hamilton right now.
Right.
Another multi-inning. But that's kind of when WeaWill aren't available. You go to Hammy for 2.
Mm.
In a close game, too. 3-2 final.
It's tight. A couple tight games so far.
Yeah.
But they didn't feel tight, right?
I was very comfortable with how Fried was going about it. Like, I was kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, it's a little bit of the Blake Snell situation. Just get the guy in first. If you lose him, go. I didn't know he was of that. We haven't really seen it that much, but I looked at his past game logs, and it seems like it's something that he utilizes.
Do you need to see more length out of Fried soon?
Everything's just, down the stretch and playoffs for me. So if
Right.
this, Boone has beaten me a little bit with the double off days and the AL being weak. Red Sox having the start they did. It's like, let's just get through September, get everyone built up by then, I guess. There's no urgency.
What was that Red Sox split? It was like up until Cinco de Mayo, they were like...
They only won 2 games on the road in April. And that kind of...
Right. Yeah.
They went on that long trip.
They were horrible on the road, and they're horrible versus lefties, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's early.
Well, it's July.
But it's given us a nice little breathing room. And, I don't care. I mean, I would like Fried to go longer, obviously. At this point in the season, I'm not. If we're getting there, I'm happier.
Right.
Yeah. Let's do game 3.
Okay.
Today's game. 1:00 start.
Right. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Luis Heel brings the Yankees on their broomsticks to Flushings as they try to sweep the Mets. An old friend, Luis Severino, is not on the team, so it's against Sean Manaea for the Mets.
Back from the IL.
Heel Heel was dropping dimes. We teased it at the start. The best he's looked this year. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, no walks, Jumbo, and 8 strikeouts from Heel. Could the Yankees offense provide him with enough? They could. How about Paul Goldie Oldie Schmitty? Right field power for the home run gives the Yankees a 1-0 lead. And then, hey, how about that Yankees outfield? Dominguez and Bellinger, they pair up for a pair of hits each. 4 hits, 2 runs. Spit in my mouth. Let's go Yanks, as it's Heel to Brubaker. Yankees sweep the Mets in Flushing.
Brubaker and Manaea did return from the IL right before this game. The housekeeping was a little messed up.
Yes.
This game was basically won. First Soto at bat or second? I'm not sure, because the first one, 13 pitches, it's like Heel's in for a tough start. Like, this is one, you just ruined the inning and the pitch count.
Right.
And it seems like Soto's on him. Warning track fly ball. Bellinger tracks it down. Then the next 2 Soto at bats, first pitch, ground outs to second.
Yeah.
And that just righted the pitch count from there. Now, I mentioned this earlier. He goes 6 innings pitched, 100 pitches. Did you want him to come back out, start the 7th, throw 3 pitches, leave? Is there anything to all 3 pitchers throwing 103 pitches to you that matters?
I personally didn't want that. I thought Heel had landed in a good spot.
You saw Cole and Fried looking at him in the dugout.
I saw that.
Three
It was
more,
a nice,
3 more.
Right. Throwing up the threes, like, a good starting pitching crew always does. So no, I didn't want that. I can understand like the camaraderie and all that, but Brubaker was warm. I'd rather just give him the clean inning. And for Hill, you mentioned obviously Heel versus Soto, game 3, it's magnified. I loved. So he gets him with the changeup in that second at bat. And you saw Soto look at him, and he was kind of like, throw me that again. And you'd think Heel, with his confidence, he's got the new tattoo, he's kind of tasting himself a little bit. You think, okay, he thinks my good is better than his good. He goes with the fastball, and Soto rolls that over too. So that was the end of the game right there.
Yeah. I might credit Wellesley for that even.
Right. He's on the IL, but he's in
but he was the one in the post game
giving signs.
that's saying we had a strategy. Because if you remember when the first series, they were like,
they didn't have a strategy.
They were talking about how they were upset they didn't get to face Soto.
Right.
Because they really thought they had something.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember that.
Judge has I guess not. He had a good couple. He had impactful at-bats, but didn't talk about him that much. Well, let's get to awards, actually.
Yeah, Judge is just off. Another thing, because I don't think it's going to get mentioned everywhere, the belly sack fly, if that's not Jeff McNeil in the outfield, I don't think the Yankees are. I don't think anybody's scoring on that. So they got lucky there. But again, that's kind of Mets. That's none of my business.
No.
That's none of my business.
All right, let's take.
I just didn't want to miss that.
Of note, people are talking about it. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with awards. Today's episode is brought to you by Mando. I'm sure a lot of you just had a great July 4th, having fun, getting sweaty. You stink. Mando's got a 72-hour formula that keeps you fresh even in those nonstop days. I wish you heard this before the weekend because you stunk up the joint. It's made by a doctor. It's science-backed for real odor control. It's not some gimmick. Mando's low pH formula actually stops odor before it starts, rather than just covering it up like you did last weekend on July 4th. I love Mando because it keeps me fresh all day long. And with scents like bourbon leather, Clover Woods, and Mount Fuji. It's hard to go wrong. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. Comes with solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code YANKS at shopmando.com. shopmando.com. Your coworkers, friends, and loved ones will thank you. First award that we do here on the show, Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Jake, I'm interested. Obviously, there's 3 options, maybe even 4 that I think have earned it. It's a sweep, right?
Right.
I'm interested to see who I take since I get to go first.
It is interesting, isn't
The
it?
Sunday guy first half of the year.
That is interesting.
That is interesting. Oh, Jimmy, that's so interesting. I'm going Cody Bellinger. We talked about him a lot. We talked about some defensive plays. We talked about the offensive plays. He has a .462 on base percentage this series, plays a big outfield, obviously moved up in the lineup for that middle game, and just a catalyst while Judge wasn't the big one to get it done. He paired well with whoever was around him. So I'm going to go Cody Bellinger.
I like it. Obviously, he was one of the 3
Mm-hmm.
you could have picked this series. And he looks good. He feels just like a little more comfortable, you know? It felt like April, the pinstripes were weighing a little heavy, and each month he's gotten a little better. So if he just keeps that going, you know, by the time October's here.
His Cubs come to town soon, I think. So, I mean, she should be pretty pissed at the Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got rid of him to bring
Right.
Tucker in, took Tucker arbitration. Tucker hasn't even played yet this year.
Yeah.
They'll be here this weekend.
Nice to laugh at him. Cody laughing at the Cubs.
Cody laughing at the Cubs this week.
Cobell. Who's your pride?
Cody was a good pick, man.
I thought it was a layup.
I was going Cody.
There's a couple different ways you can go.
Yeah, I mean, we already talked about him a little bit. I'm going to go Fried. I mean, that second game, it lines you up for the sweep.
Max
Fried.
Yeah.
Thank you. It lines you up with the sweep after getting that win. And more importantly, we talked about how he handled Soto. And, you know, I know Max Fried's kind of this, you know, quiet. He's got a little like, oh, gee, shucks to him. Bless you. But I don't think it should be understated that, like, he was the Soto pivot. Like, I know Cody was a part of it. I know there was a lot of pieces. Max Fried was the Soto pivot. So for him to stare him down the barrel, basically intentionally walk Lindor in front of him to be like, I want you, and then gets him looking at a curveball, might have helped out a little bit. But
you like not only the pitches, but the mentality.
yeah, the feel. Like, you know, if Soto, with those 2 runners on, if he takes them up top, they win that game. Now game 3, we're thinking about losing the series instead of a sweep. Changes everything. He was the pivot, and I know you were probably going to give him the pivot award for the 3rd time this year, but I'll just give him pride. I think he deserved it. I think he should get a little credit for heel pitching a stress-free Sunday, let me mow these fools down.
Wins in the bag. No need to stress, is what Heel was saying. Thanks, Max. Those guys still haven't talked. All right, let's get rude.
You Yankee motherfucker.
A sweep. You never want to be like too rude to someone.
Seems obvious.
I'm going to take JC Escara. I know Wells is out. I know there's no expectations. I know.
Come on. Guys like him.
I need like a hard swing.
Yeah, you'd like to see it.
Like if you're going to bunt for
Right.
base hits, bunt for base hits.
Right.
If you're going to swing to hit the ball hard, swing to hit the ball hard. But I don't know I don't know what I'm watching, to be honest.
Mm.
And it's like we're in week 2, right?
Yeah.
Third series. So let's pick it up. But you caught great games. That's the flip side. It's like, well, you're here to catch the pitchers. You caught the pitchers. They all looked great.
Yeah.
But offensively, it's like if Jose Molina was still playing in 2019, that's kind of the swings.
It feels like there's a little more in there. First year as a big leaguer.
Different bat sizes, like one suggestion.
The way they talked about him in spring, the Yankees, I thought I actually liked him. I mean, we just haven't gotten to see it yet.
I can't tell if I think his bat's too heavy or too light.
So you think a bat change in either direction is the answer?
Well, I can't tell what it is. Is it so light that it's got no power when it hits the ball, or is it so heavy that he can't generate the? I guess I can look it up his swing velocity.
Check out his swing velocity when you get a second.
72 miles per hour. That's really bad. I think the bat's too heavy.
Okay,
Average.
Lighter bat. You want me to DM Matt Blake? He doesn't deal with the bats.
He would just literally say, "Oh, I don't care."
It's the opposite of that.
It's the easiest ignore he's done.
Who are you going to?
I don't want to say it's a soft MFer.
What do you mean? That's so rude. It's his first time on the season. Like no one's looking at him. Like Judge is sitting there, and I avoid that. I don't want him mad at us.
We welcome him to the team. Wish it was last year so we could do Brad Osmus on a sweep, but if you're going to Scar, I'll go Trent Grisham.
He didn't even play.
He was a defensive replacement in game 2.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. And he missed the cutoff, man.
Which is
got one ball to him.
It's a little Volpe Jazz situation.
Flashback to the 24 Yankees a little bit.
Name all 24.
The 2024 Yankees.
Oh.
But yeah, and I know we've done this a lot, and I guess it's how he plays. But that one cut shot we posted, it looks like you put a person on ice and they're waiting to be like, okay, it's time to wake up. It's the year 3050.
It's the year 3050.
Like he's wearing full winter gear in the summer.
ACs can get cranked.
If he I don't know. It's a Yankee sweep. It's a Yankee sweep. Just hit the cutoff, man. I know I'm a little old school sometimes. Just hit the cutoff, man.
Okay. Next up, regular on awards. I'm gonna give out the I smoke fools like you on the basketball court award.
Okay.
And it goes to one guy.
Better.
But
first award of the show.
Very first.
But it could. I'll let you guess. I'll give you credit for either one.
So you're giving out an award that could go to two guys.
Sure. Yeah.
Is one of the guys Stan?
No.
Okay.
Mark it down, Beebs.
Mark that down.
It's like his 10th week guessing wrong every time.
I'm on a cold one.
It was 2 options too.
Yeah.
Do you
Last
want
year
another
you were
guess?
strong.
No.
Okay, the good version of this award is like Goldie, but the bad one is Jazz.
Okay.
Because one of the best commercials ever, I don't smoke.
So are you taking 2 people off the board?
Just let me talk and we'll figure that out. It says, he said the commercial says, I don't smoke drugs. I smoke fools like you on the basketball court. And this award is a little bit about how we've talked about this. Bellinger and Goldie are kind of a dynamic right now, like getting along. And you would have thought that Cody and Jazz would have been like the high bros in the dugout, just chilling, right?
Right.
Just like laughing and chilling and thinking about big things. But it seems like Belly has joined Goldie, who's just as sober as a man could possibly be at all times. And Jazz is kind of left in the dust. So Jazz has a decision, should I stop smoking? because it seems like everyone's gravitating towards Goldie. Goldie has been like a clear conscience on this team. He's just like a nothing blank but good. So it goes to Goldie for having a great series, being steady, and getting Cody Bellinger off drugs. And maybe Jazz should think about it. That's how he gets into play here.
Felt like a one-person award.
I just used 3 different names just to draw a story together.
Yeah, I was gonna give Goldie the full body workout award. Because a couple stolen base in this series. We've seen the manpower. We saw him put the legs to use a little bit. But yeah, no, it's a really interesting thing that you put together. With Goldie, Belly, and Jazz.
Yep.
So that's
mostly Goldie gets the award for being just rock solid.
Who's gotten the award?
Goldie.
Paul Goldschmidt gets your award.
Yes, because he doesn't smoke drugs. He smoke fools like you on the b-ball court.
That's good.
And Cody, who already got pride, so I didn't steal him.
Right.
Is kind of like his buddy. I didn't think they were going to have a rapport.
That's good. And
they're like
do.
This year's Judge and Rizzo.
Right. No, they get along, and we got that story from spring training. They stayed at the same house, which everyone was like, I mean, don't you guys? But I guess big house, big property, worked out for both of them. And yeah, ever since that, I mean, they have been
playing baseball.
Leather and lace.
Is that your next award?
No.
Just both of them already been talked about.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on all of those players. Just named half the roster.
Yeah, we haven't talked about a lot of guys yet, so
yeah. And that's why I'm gonna give out the Sorry Big Bro award.
Sorry, Big Bro, and that goes to Volpe?
Close. You have half of it. It's going to Dominguez. Jasson, Martian. He has 3 stolen bases this series. If you remember, when Volpe came up, it was like, whoa, he's going to have the most stolen bases in a Yankee season since...
You put a bet on it.
Rip Florington. And we were like, geez, I didn't even realize. Yeah, it's been a while since Yankees were stealing bases.
Ripple, Florentine.
Volpe, in 2024, he stole 24 bags. Am I getting that right?
Maybe.
Yeah, he stole 24 bags. That was the most since IKF. But those were the most in a while. Like, the Yankees just didn't steal bases. You forgot about IKF. Crazy.
It's 2025, and I'd just rather not.
He's having a solid year in Pittsburgh. That Dominguez,
Jason,
he's been doing the super friendly interview thing. He's got the big smile. And him and Volpe, obviously the children on the team. Him and Volpe, the children on the team. And they're the kid bros, like they're going along. He's kind of been paying his respect to Volpe in the interviews, but as Dominguez's stock continues to rise, Dominguez is on path to steal 40 this year. Him and Jazz are actually in a nice little race for who's going to have the most steals this year. So yeah, he's kind of little broing, big broing Volpe.
Dominguez, maybe. It's a good award. I'm talking goodly about Dominguez. I like who he's hanging out with. I like what he's doing. You mentioned 2 guys. That's who they hung out with back in 2023.
Right.
And I was like, that's a bad sign of things to come.
Right.
Dominguez hanging out with Judge. You see him, like him and Stan. He's like Lilo and Stitch, and he's Stan's the big monster, Or like comes and takes him home.
I don't know.
Then
Lilo
they form a
fight. I'd like.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, there's this alien.
Right. Lilo
Lilo's
Stitch.
not. Stitch is the alien.
Stitch is the alien.
And there's like big like FBI aliens that track him down.
Right.
That's Stan. In my version of the movie, that FBI big ass alien gets Stitch, which is obviously the Martian,
Right.
and they form like a tandem. And Lilo's out. That's kind of Opie in this scenario. So I just like that. And yes, leading off, running, smiling. He's never stopped smiling.
It's
these
crazy. Next 3 weeks for Volpe kind of massive?
I think Volpe's got the next 3.5 years
Okay.
to not worry about a goddamn thing.
Okay.
When that free agency comes,
Right.
then I'm gonna have to start, going into the Yankees' brain and seeing what are they gonna do. But until then, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, once he starts getting into that pre-arb money, I wonder if the tone changes at all. We kind of saw that with Glaber.
Well, I mean, I don't know how ARB works, but like, does like glove first guys get ARB? Like, is it gonna raise?
If you're playing, you're getting WAR,
I guess so.
steals.
Hey, this was a good award for Dominguez.
Thank you. It looks good.
Yeah, no, it looks, and the defense stuff is completely a wash. It looked fine. He's looked fine all year. Okay, my next award.
Yeah.
You know what? I just saw that we haven't given this guy award yet,
Yeah.
and I think that's
I think I was going there.
that's messed up. So I'm gonna give the Cover Girl award.
Ooh. Cover girl.
And it could go to two guys, but I think I'll just do one.
Right.
Well, they've kind of a tandem at this point.
WeaWill.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
will.
Yeah.
You needed that.
Easy, breezy, beautiful. We will.
Yeah.
The Cover Girl guys.
Yeah.
Put that on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt.
The Cover Girl guys.
Right.
Easy, breezy, beautiful. We will end this game. That's been and more so. Obviously, Weaver's gotten his love, and I will always give Weaver his love. But more so, Williams. Like he hasn't gotten a really that much talked about. Besides, and that isn't he awesome? He closes the game, but it probably should pause and reflect at how good he has been this first half,
Yeah.
and how much it has been not a thought, really. We've thought about the closer role a lot.
Right.
Since 2018, 2019, when Dellin replaced him for a little bit in 2018, or 17, I think, or 18. Whatever, since around then.
Yeah.
Like post-COVID, we've thought about the closer. Like, is Chapman on his way out? Does he need to leave?
In a way, we haven't thought about it, but we've wanted to.
Yeah.
It's crazy that the only earned run he's given up that year was that Dominguez fly ball that he lost.
Yes.
The wind.
Yeah. It was the wind. It was the wind.
But yeah, it's probably a good thing because if his ERA was 0, Brian Hope's writing all these
No, that's what Clay did last
articles.
year.
Yeah.
And people that didn't watch the games didn't see, Soto threw a guy out going home. And Birdie had a fucking crazy play at third to save the game. And it was like, that's not real.
Miss Birdie a little bit.
He's coming up. We're playing, do we play him next series?
Yeah.
Yes, Seattle.
Mariners? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Coming to the stadium.
Donnie Barrels are coming in.
Then the Cubs.
Wow. Little reunion week. Cody, Birdie.
Pete.
Peter. Football fans, playoff time. We've got some exciting games to look forward to, and you can get in on all the playoff action with our partners at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, they're offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5 when you use code YANKS if you love the thrill of live betting. DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games as they happen, making watching the games that much more exciting. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code YANKS. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's code YANKS only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. DraftKings all year long.
Your last and final word? Most prestigious award?
Yes.
And then we're doing around the league update.
That'll be good. That'll be a good
thing.
That'll be a good catch up for everyone this year. I'm gonna go with the ice cream truck award. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Driving through the neighborhood, ringing the bell, all the kids run.
Right.
You're kind of a curmudgeon. Like, very odd that ice cream truck people aren't happy.
Yes.
That's a weird thing, right?
Right.
One of the most miserable collection of people.
Well,
If I think about my summer and like down the shore on the beach, the people driving that truck,
yeah, I mean the whole thing.
like an angry group.
You're serving cold, delicious desserts, but they're always like sweating as much as possible.
Yeah.
The whole thing, it sends you through a mental loop. Kids are walking up with coins to pay. I haven't touched a coin in probably 6 months.
My kids like coins, so they call them coins.
Oh.
It was queens, and then we worked it down to coins. Coins, like coins.
Did you guess?
No, I haven't been
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah. We'll see.
Judge.
It's going to Oswaldo
Cabrera?
Yeah, sneaky play in that first game. I know it feels a
What
little
position
while back.
was he at?
He was at third that game. Yeah.
Base.
Yeah, and he made that again. We moved on from it pretty quickly, but he caught that little foul pop, little snow cone on the way out, and it was like, okay, that ball drops, and you give Pete another at bat.
It was one of those like to here and then
Right.
rolled to snow cone.
Right. He had it, but that ball pops out. Mets get second life. Does that change the whole first inning of the start? Does that change the whole series? So, basically 26 innings of baseball between now and then. Snow cone, little scary, done. We're good. And Oswaldo's like what you would want your ice cream man's personality to be like.
Yeah.
You'd think that would be the perfect.
I could picture his dad being an ice cream man. Remember his dad when he got called up?
Sure.
It's a bigger dude. And he's friendly. Very happy guy.
Okay.
Snow cones suck, though. I haven't had a snow cone since I probably had my first snow cone.
I'd
I
rather
probably
not
was like,
comment,
this is
yeah.
bad.
I would always think they're gonna be good. I love the idea, and then they're very disappointing.
I think there's a formula because, again, I don't
Ice
know when
and flavoring.
well, yes, that there's a ratio aspect there that I think there's sometimes. I remember grabbing one and you'd be like, "There's clearly this is ice based."
Just do less ice, more flavoring. Give me a straw. Call it a slushy.
Boom.
Boom, 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 boom. That's anything else we missed? I don't think so.
Let's see.
Did you want to do around the league? I really don't have much. I was just shocked that Sasaki said he already regrets his decision.
Yeah, I mean,
know
that's
things.
not-
I know things have been bad. He doesn't like
Right.
how he's being utilized, but I didn't think he was going to say I regret my decision. That's crazy.
Where did he say that? What beat reporter was he talking to?
Tweeted it.
He tweeted it out?
I just saw the translation, so someone could have been messing with me.
Right.
I saw his tweet, and then someone said the translation.
Who
which
were they
was,
even playing this weekend that he would come out and say that?
Well, he hasn't played.
Right.
Well, those two are playing each other.
But his team, like, there's a reason.
Like why he was being asked about it.
No, he just tweeted it. He wasn't asked about it.
So there's nothing about the series that they had going on? Bizarre. Very
I could
bizarre.
have been could be a fake translation.
Could have been.
I just clicked
Could have
the, X to translate this.
What else were you seeing Because you were very eager to talk about Around the League a second ago, and then you were just like, no.
Well, because I thought there was more that I was interested in, but it was just kind of that Sasaki tweet where he said he regret, through the translation that I read, said, I regret my decision. Other than that, I mean, AL is as boring as one can get. It's July.
Right.
And who do we care about? I mean,
shocker, the Mariners can't hit again.
The A's winning is, I don't want to say cute because everything about them kind of sucks, but like, it's so clearly not going to last. Everyone's kind of like trying to memify it, right? Like, oh, now you're good. Oh,
right.
But it's like this. It's it's so clear. It's like when the Mariners are good for first 2 weeks.
They've had the easiest schedule. Like,
people go there and they're playing in AAA facility and they're miserable.
Right.
So
same with Tampa though.
Well, Tampa's playing Steinbrenner Field now, which is beautiful.
Right.
One of my favorite places.
May George rest in peace.
Free tickets. I'll accept.
What was that?
I was just telling them how much I like Steinbrenner Field in case they want to give me free tickets,
Who are you
which I
talking
will
to?
accept. Whoever's listening that has ability.
People that run
to give
Steinbrenner
me
Field.
Free tickets to Steinbrenner Field.
Okay.
I'm not going to go because I don't go to Tampa that much. But
Right.
I
was going to say.
I do a giveaway.
Okay. Look out for that giveaway. Yeah, I mean, the Rangers look decent. Braves are back. I don't know.
NL's crazy. NL's a shit show.
NL's good.
Yeah.
Good teams.
Feel like there's becoming a little Arise smoke again.
Trade deadline's going to be fun, but it is a lot of the same storylines we were doing 6
Yanks
months
got
ago.
needs.
Yeah.
Yanks have needs.
Oh, yeah. All right. See you guys. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees!
Dun-dun-dun.